So I think day before yesterday you shared the recording, right? But somehow it got deleted, or have you deleted?
Okay, so anyway, the last class which is missing, right? So what we'll do, we'll repeat the same so that we will be understanding that recording section will be have that. Okay. So I'm just repeating that what last class we discussed about that. So vendor consignment process. So vendor consignment process is a special stock procurement process, which is like uh, we are requesting to vendor to keep the stock in the my premises, but the ownership will not be changed until we withdraw the stock from the vendor consumption stock to our own stock. So there is a two ways of the consumption. So one is either you have to be change the stock to my owner stock. Okay, that means moving the stock from vendor consumption stock to my own stock. That was the one process. That is a way we can change the ownership. Or the second way is whenever which is required, we can directly consume from the this vendor consumption stock, and we'll be paying the amount to the what we withdraw the stock. So basically, even we get the stock into my location, it's my own. It's not my own stock. It's a vendor consumption vendor stock only. Until we utilizing that the stock, or either we transferring to my own stock until that is vendor consumption stock only. So once it is transferred, then the ownership will be changed. Then only we are paying amount to the vendor.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's basically we are giving some place to keep the stock. Okay, even it is a vendor stock. Instead of the it is there in the vendor location, it is there in the my location. So the remaining it's same. Okay. So in this process, there will be a special stock indicators by dividing to the standard process. Okay, that special stock indicators we'll discuss in the technically when we start the SAP system application. Okay. So the process wise, this was the process. So we can consume the stock or we can convert the own stock. Okay. So you can see here that diagram, which is like if you see that one plant it is there under this plant.
Have you started sharing, because I can't see your screen?
Okay. Oops. Okay. So now?
Yeah, now I can see, yes.
Okay. Now let's check that again whether recording is happening or not. Okay. Okay. So, so this is the vendor consumption process. Okay. So you can see the diagram here, which representing that. Let's assume that there is a plant. In this plant, I have the two storage locations. Okay. So in these two storage locations, assuming that one is for the raw material and one is the finished goods. Okay. And I'm just in the my raw material storage location, I'm just giving space to the vendor to keep the stock in the my premises. Okay. Even we receive the stock, it is not my own stock. It is the vendor own stock. Okay.
Okay.
So the ownership will not be changed. When it will be changed, when the consumption will be happened, maybe you can using for the some your own departments, maybe cost centers, or maybe okay, cost center it is nothing but like a department. Okay, so it is finance department, HR department, production department, like that. Okay, and in that case, when you are utilizing directly into your own purpose, then in that case the ownership will be changed. Then you will be liable to pay the amount to the what withdrawal the stock, whatever the amount which you withdraw, that amount only liable to pay. And the second option is you can convert that to consumption stock to your own stock. In that case, if it is transferred, then this will be completely nullified. Only completely it will be added to raw material stock.
Okay.
So when this case, when maybe the time period will be closed, maybe whatever you agreed with the consummate vendor, whatever you agreed with the vendor, Okay, that might be it is already that deadline will be there, so the vendor keep on requesting that, okay, I cannot keep the more time on their location, so if you want you can transfer to your own stock and pay the amount, because as of now, even it is stock, it is there in my location, I'm not paying amount because still it is a vendor own stock. Okay, so once it is moved to our own stock, then only I can pay the amount. Okay, so until there is no impacting on the accounting, even it is getting to my own stock, sorry, uh, even it is getting to my location, but still it is a vendor own stock. So there is no impact on the payments. So there is no open account for open value for the vendor. Okay.
Okay.
Clear. So
Yeah.
this is the vendor consummation process. And coming to the next special stock procurement is third party. So third party process is nothing but like a uh, we are getting order from the customer. Okay. In, Instead of we are dispatching to the stock to the customer directly. Okay.
We
So
request
here
the
what we are
supplier to ship.
doing, when we are
Yeah,
buying the goods from the vendor, we are requesting to the vendor to supply the goods directly to the customer.
customer. Yes.
Okay. So here we are saving the some time uh, because the vendor itself he is sending directly to customer. So instead of vendor is sending to me and again I'm dispatching to the customer. So there is a time lagging and like okay, and time
And
taking cost.
also, yeah,
Is
also
even
we save on the shipping cost, right?
shipping cost and
Yeah.
all other labor costs also will be same. So in
Yeah,
this case,
exactly.
so we can give very less price to the customer. So customer also very happy because we are saving the so much cost here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the third way. So if you need a best example, we can say online shopping. Most of the online shopping it will be happen third party process because
Exactly.
we ordering into online, but they are not. They are not directly supplying to the customer. They are approaching to the nearest supplier from your location. They are informing to them. So they will be supply goods to you. Okay.
Exactly.
So this is the third party process. And so I just mentioned
Important.
here when first we will get the customer order, then I will be creating the order, purchase order to the vendor because from my side, when I'm approaching to the vendor, I have to create a purchase order and informing that okay, this is the sales order number and this is the customer. So we have to be dispatched that stock to this customer delivery address. So the delivery address will be customer here. Okay.
Yeah.
And when vendor is dispatched goods to the customer, see we logically thinking that okay, assuming that we the stock which is dispatched to the customer. So there we also get the some notification, right? So based on that, okay, we logically think that okay, it is completed the GR part. So we will not do the GR in the my system, okay, because it is happening from the vendor stock to vendor to direct to the customer. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll be paying amount and to the vendor and we will receive the amount from the customer. So this is the third party process. Okay, and coming to the next special stock procurement process is subcontracting
Contract.
process. Okay, so subcontracting process is nothing but like a we have the components. Okay, so we had suppose let's say assume that I'm manufacturing of the raw materials. Okay, and also I'm selling the finished goods to the customers. Okay, so I have the raw materials, but I don't have machinery or maybe manpower, maybe what are the regions. I cannot able to prepare this final product. So I'm approaching to the nearest vendor who can make the this product by using my raw materials. So here concept is I'm providing the components instead of he is using his components and preparing the production, producing the finished goods. Instead of that, I'm giving that my own products because of the might be I have own quality of the products, raw materials, and everything. So I'm just providing this product and I'm informing to the subcontractor, please prepare the final product by using these components.
Components. Okay.
So here we are paying to job work. So the service charge, whatever it is, they are charging for the subcontracting process that we are paying. We are not paying for the entire cost of the product.
Okay.
Because here we are only he's giving only services, not for other than that. Okay.
Okay.
And there is a concept here byproduct. Okay, if actually we expecting that product FG product finished goods, but sometime what will be happen, we will be getting some excess product which is called as a uh, byproduct. Okay, so the excess product might be, it is an expensive product, or it may be scrap product. Okay, so that scrap product might be they can use for some other process. Okay, so even it is a excess and scrap product also, that is a useful for the some other process. So that we call as a byproduct. Okay.
Okay.
So these all list what are the byproduct and the components and finished goods. The entire structure we are maintaining into the bill of material. Okay. So bill of material is the master data. Okay. One time records. So at initially I'm just assuming that. Okay. As per my knowledge, I'm just assuming that preparing this product, preparing this FG product for one quantity, how many components which is required, how much quantity it is required. Suppose let's say 1 kg sugar. Okay, for this 1 kg sugar, let's assume that I need 1 ton sugar cane. Okay, so that 1 ton sugar cane I'm just mentioning in the bill of material. Okay, and 1 kg is the finished goods, and I'm just mentioning byproduct also, which I'm getting from the excess quantity. That also I'm mentioning that molasses will get extra product, that is the wastage product, that we considering that separate product.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that all information we are capturing into the bill of material at initial. So master data is nothing but like it's a one-time record. We just assuming that, and we just providing to the system. This is the information you keep whenever you just planning to the create the subcontracting orders or something like. You just plan accordingly. This is the materials which is required for the finished goods. So blindly we cannot order the FG product. We also need to be informed that okay, these are the components we are issuing to the subcontractor.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is concept of the subcontracting process. Okay. The next process is stock transport or order. Okay. So it's kind of the transfer to the stock from one plant to another plant. Okay. It might be happen from the within the same company code. That means if it is within the same entity, or it may be in the different company code. Okay. If it is same company code, we call intra STO. Okay, the process, and if it is within between the two company codes, okay,
So
across the plant,
interesting. Yes.
interesting. Okay, so this is interesting and interesting. Okay.
Interesting. Yes.
Okay, and here these are the two processes very important. Okay, um, and these two processes are SD and MM integration process. Okay, so as I said in the above, wherever it is covering selling and or wherever it is covering the dispatching shipments and all, so there SD is required. Okay, so in this process the entire process will not be performed. Some of the process only we are performing from MM point of view, and some of the process will be SD process. And here also in the third party process also, if you see that customer get order, right? So that performed by SD people, and we will be creating the PO by reference of the sales order. Okay, that is the MM part. So that's why this third party process also MM and SD integration.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so this is, and coming to the stock transporter. Okay, so this is the one process we have intra-STO. These two are very important. Okay, so every company have the this process intra-STO. Okay, I don't, might be they don't have intra-STO, but they should be have the intra-STO, because if they have the one company, only one entity, then they can do the intra-STOs. Okay, but most of the companies, they are using stock transporter, because they might be have the manufacturing units, they have the depot units and packing units. So there are so many other processes are there, so they can go ahead. Okay, so this is the interesting. Okay, so here I just need to be intimate one thing here. Okay, when we're talking about the intra-STO, okay, this is the bill shipping, okay, and without billing.
Because it's in the within the same company codes.
Yeah,
With,
correct,
so
exactly. So
shipping and without billing. Okay.
yeah, shipping is nothing but like to dispatch the stock from one location to other location. Obviously, we need to be prepared the shipment and the documentations. Okay, all whatever it is necessary. Okay,
Okay.
so from dispatch orders and everything which we require, that we preparing in the shipping. Okay, so shipping is the SD part. Okay, and without billing. So without billing, why it is required? Because we are transferring internally to the our plant to plant. Okay, so when that might be have the some discussion with tax department or something, we can say clearly, but this is not we are selling to the anyone. This is just we are transferring to the next process.
Exactly.
Maybe there is some making process are there, that maybe depot plants or something. So we are not transferring here. We are not selling to anyone. So this is just transfer. So
Okay.
you don't need to pay any taxes here, right?
Right.
And when it is coming to the interestivo, it is just shipping and billing.
Shipping and billing with this.
Okay, because I said that even it is my own company. Okay, even it is my own company, but uh, these are the two entities. So obviously the businesses are different. So it's
Yeah.
obviously the entities are also different, and the books and accountings, everything it will be different. Okay,
Yeah.
so in this case, even it is just even it is a transfer also, it's concept of the buying and selling concept. Okay, so that means from a receiving plan, he is buying, okay, and from supply plan, he is selling. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, obviously, with shipping, there should be a billing also, because you have to write the billing. Okay, the supply plan they have to write the billing, and the receiving plan have to pay the amount. Okay, so these are the two concepts here. So other than this one, we have three more concepts are there in the STO. Okay,
Yeah.
that is if we don't want to go with the without shipping and without billing. Okay, so normal stock transfer order. Okay, normal stock transfer order only with route. Okay, there is no SD. Okay, but if you see here, this is the and SD route both.
Okay.
So that why? Because even team will be involved and SD team will be involved in this process, and
Yeah.
even this is also and SD route. If suppose we don't have HD team, okay, so we don't want to be prepared any shipping documents or any billing document. In that case, I can go directly route. Okay, in this case also it's possible. So generally, what cases will be do? Okay, wherever it is not necessary the shipment document. Okay, because it's side by side buildings or it may be near to near. Okay, so those cases generally why we are doing shipment, if it is long distance and okay, we need to be planned based on that, right? So shipment how it will be like which vehicle you are planning, and okay, which route you are going, okay, and how you are planning to the so there should be some shipment process. Okay,
Yeah.
but in this case if it is side by side somewhere, it is like we are not needed to create any shipment, so I can go directly with route. That means like creating the order and issuing the stock to the other plant and receiving into the receiving plant. Okay,
Okay.
so there is
Okay. Okay.
no shipment here. Okay, so in this case, okay, so because I said right, we have the standard, we have outbound delivery, okay, in the customer side, and from our side, if you side, we can do the goods issue, transfer posting goods issue. Okay, so in this case, we don't need a SD route. Okay, so what will be happen here? The same process. It is also whatever it is there here, the same process, but there is no there is no
SD route.
SD. There is no SD route. Okay, there is no shipment. clearly, if you want to say without shipping and without billing.
Okay.
Without shipping and without billing. Okay. So in this case, if you just remember that, okay, this is the SDMM integration and this is the SDMM integration. Okay. And if you see that this is not a SDMM integration, this is a MM route only. Okay.
Yeah.
So even in the stock transfer order, two processes will be SD and MM integration, one process will be MM only. Okay.
Okay.
So other than this one, the same it is like, okay, the concept will be the same. And plan to plan, branch to branch transfer only. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So there will be sometimes if I don't want to go with a complete process. Okay, maybe it is there. It is the branches also. It is there in the nearest. It's like I don't want to go with all the documentations, create order and stock transfer order and goods issue, goods is shipped. So if I don't want to go because it is side by side. So I don't want to track anything. I just want to do in the single screen. If it is side by
Okay.
side, okay. In that case, what we can do the transfer posting. Okay.
Transfer posting.
So
Okay.
yeah, transfer posting between the plans. Okay. So it's like a one step also we have. Okay, and the two steps also we have. Okay, so what will be happen in this one step? It is on single screen. I can do both. Okay, receiving and supplying goods will be happen in single screen.
Receiving and
Okay,
supplying goods will happen in single screen. Okay.
okay. Supply plant will supply, right, and the receiving plant will be receiving. So once they're done on the screen, I'm supplying the goods from supply plant, and I'm just mentioning that who is the receiving plant. Then both will be happen at a time. Okay, in the single screen. And if it is here, what will be happen? Receiving will supplying will be happen in one plant. Supplying screen will be different, and receiving screen will be different. So I can say simply supplying process. Okay, supplying process step will be different, and receiving process will be different.
Okay.
So you can ask me. So what is the difference between a 3, 4, 5?
Yeah. So first one, in the three actually, like we are not using the shipment and billing. So it's just the material, the stock transfer. That's only the MM route because we're not involving the sales people, the procurement
Yeah.
people here.
So in this case, what will be happened? Okay, there we have the order. We have the ST order. Okay, stock transport order. You can say. So that means the receiving plant is requesting that okay, I need the stock. I need the stock. So how I know that whether these plants are required or not required? The receiving plant. How I know that the receiving plant whether he need the stock? This stock it is required. How the supply plant know about that? Okay, when I create the order only, right? When I create a
Yeah.
purchase order,
Yeah.
the vendor is understand that okay, boss, I need the stock. So he's
Yeah.
preparing shipment, right?
Mm.
So in this case, what will be happen? This process, the receiving plant, they are creating order. Then only the supply plant know that okay, the receiving plant they need the stock, so I'm planning to dispatch. I'm sending that. But we are doing simple process steps instead of creating the delivery, instead of creating the packing, shipment, transportation, all these things. Instead of that, I'm doing what I'm doing, and simply I'm doing that from the MM route. Okay, so receiving plant created the order. and okay, supply plan they are dispatch the stock. Okay,
Okay.
so here what will be happen? STO order is created, stock order created, stock transport order is created. So I can say simply PO to understand order
Yeah.
created, where it is created in receiving plant. Okay, and the goods issue. Okay, then where it is happen, it is supply plant, and the goods is shipped in receiving plant. Correct. Who supply the goods? Who is supply plant, right?
Yeah.
They have the stock, so they are receiving. Who will be requesting? Who requesting this one? Receiving plant. So
Yeah.
I need the stock, so I'm requesting that.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, there will be a. I have the proof like you requested that this stock. That's why I'm sending that. Okay.
Yeah.
But in this case, what will happen? I don't have any proofs. Tomorrow, if somebody they asking that why you send this goods to my location, there is no proof. Okay? Might be they are counting. They might be have the call or maybe they have the mail or something like. Based on the confirmation, he is sending the goods directly. Okay,
Mm.
without any order. But in this case, there will be some order.
Okay.
What exactly it is required. Okay, clear?
Mm.
So if it is side by side, sometime what will happen? The customer not needed all the documents because it is side by side. We can just transfer. We just turn just moving from one location to another location without any uh, transportation, anything which is like okay. In that case, I can go with the simply here. Even it is side by side doors. Okay, so sometimes what will be happen? Okay, they want to be differentiate the process. Okay, so they created two branches. Okay, one branch is for the processing branch, and one branch is the it's like a packing station. So in that case,
Okay.
what will happen? They can just move from the one location, one maybe within the 200 meters, 300 meters, they are moving. Okay.
Okay.
In that case, we don't need all these things, right? So that's
Yeah.
why there is options like if we don't have proper shipment process, then we can go ahead this process. We can skip the entire process in the interest or interest two. Okay.
Okay.
But interest two, obviously it is required because it is
So between
a
different companies. Yeah.
different company codes, right? Obviously different
Yeah.
entities, right? Okay. So there should be some register office. It will be there, right?
Yeah.
Register branch and the register office, everything, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So this is the stock transporter process. So totally in the stock transporter, we have 5 different processes. Right? Okay. So simply if I say that transfer posting within a single screen, transfer posting with two-step procedure, and stock transporter with route, and stock transporter with shipping and without billing, and stock transporter with shipping and with billing.
Yeah.
Okay, clear? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the process. Now let's go to the next process. So let's go to the next process. Will be like pipeline pipeline procurement. So pipeline procurement. So what is the pipeline procurement?
Okay.
What is the pipeline procurement? So pipeline is procurement is nothing but like a some products how it will be happen. Okay, the process is like a we have the direct pipelines from the vendor location to my location. Okay,
Direct pipeline as in.
pipeline is like tubes, right? So if it is suppose gas pipelines are there. So gas
Okay.
pipelines, how it will be like from the gas distributor to my location directly, there is a gas pipes.
Okay. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so the product which is flowing continuously from the their location to my location with pipes. So here there is no we are not separately receiving the goods, so it is continuously flow in the pipes. Okay, whenever it is required, whenever I require, then I can withdraw the stock and I can consume that gas, and I can pay the amount for the whatever we consumed,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
So generally, how it will be like there is a two ways, right? Gas cylinder is different, gas pipes are different. If suppose water is there, how we will get
Yeah.
water
Yeah. Based on the consumption. Yeah.
consumption? So based on the, so we have some meters in the our hose. Okay,
Mm.
whatever you consume that the product which they are reading the meters. Okay, so that's what it's pipeline procurement. Pipeline procurement is nothing but like a, there is a continuous flow from the vendor location to my location by pipes. Okay, whenever which is required, whenever we require that product, we are withdraw the stock. Okay, and we'll be paying the amount to the vendor. So here if you see that consignment and pipeline are, it's almost same, but consignment is the physically stock which is available into the product, but here
Mm.
it would be like pipeline is nothing but like a the flow, it is continuously moving through pipelines. Okay,
Okay.
so here we don't need to create any PO. We don't need to create any PO because it's already there in the pipes. Okay, the stock. If you require, you are utilizing, but if it is not required, you can skip that, right? So there is no purchase order here, okay, and there is no GR also, goods receipt also. Only
Okay.
it is a goods issue. That means we are withdrawal the stock. Whenever it is
Okay.
required, we are consuming the stock. We just
Okay.
okay, we just consume the stock and we'll be reading that uh, the amount, how much it like the quantity, how much you consumed. For that you are paying amount. So here
Okay.
only process like consumption. Okay, consuming the product. Okay, so that we can say like whenever it is required, we just consuming. Okay, so then settlement. Okay, how we are doing for consignment settlement when we are, when we are using withdrawal the stock or when we are transferring the stock. Okay, when we are doing this process like okay, when we are paying the settlement for this, the same way here also when we are withdrawal the stock from the pipelines, then we are settlement, we are paying the settlement.
Okay.
Okay, so here again the information where we'll get the price information, will be maintaining the master record, info record. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
the agreement like okay, you, please connect my pipelines to my location. Okay, so initially we are requesting vendor, so please connect your pipes into my location. Okay, whenever I'm
Okay.
just to you required, I will be withdraw the stock. So I at initial only we are dealing like the price and everything. Okay,
Yeah.
data action information and everything. So that will be pipeline procurement process. Okay.
Okay.
Now coming to the next process. Okay, RTP, returnable transport packaging.
P.
Returnable transport packaging. So what do you mean by returnable transport packaging? So returnable transport packaging is nothing but like a some of the goods. Okay, some of the products or goods are anything. Okay, which is not possible without containers.
Mm.
Okay, so example,
without
What are the
containers, right?
products which is not possible without container?
Mm, any product which may get damaged actually during the transportation, something which is transported within the containers, like
It's not only transport, even carrying also it's very difficult.
okay, like liquids or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So liquid, okay, gas, okay.
Okay.
So these two, right? So when we need to be carry these products, so there should be a container. Okay. So in this process, what we are discussing here, okay, when the products, okay, when we order the product, okay, the product cost is very less, but the container cost is very high. Suppose let's assume that I okay, there is some oxygen cylinders out there. So
Mm,
oxygen cylinders, if you see that the cost of the oxygen might be it is like $50 or something. Okay, but if it is like the cylinder cost will be like $150 and $200, right?
okay.
Okay, so the container cost is too expensive. Okay, so so obviously the vendor will be looking at okay every time okay I just need to return those packing materials because these are too expensive. If it is less expensive, they don't want to worry about that. They can include into the cost price. But if it is
Yeah.
high, very expensive, even the company or maybe vendor also they are not ready to lose that amount, right? So
Yeah.
obviously they are planning to return that. Okay, so when I just ordered 1,000 cylinders, oxygen cylinders, okay, once I consume that oxygen, I will be returning those cylinders to empty cylinders to vendor. Okay, so how you will be tracking this, the packing materials, how you
Okay.
would be tracking this. So that is the process of the returnable transport package. How you are returning back to the vendor, how you are counting this stock, and how you are separately displaying to the stock level. Okay, all it
Mm,
will become under the returnable transport packaging.
okay.
Okay, so this is simple process. Okay, clear, right? RTP.
Okay. So basically, it's a process of returning the containers, right?
Returning the containers. So that's why, right? It's like a returnable transport packages. Okay.
Okay.
So it's simply concept itself, we can easily understand it. Okay, what is the process for returnable after
Okay.
transport packages? Okay.
All right.
Containers.
Okay. Mm,
So this is one process. Okay. And let's come to the procurement for sales order purpose. Okay. Or might be production order purpose, or it may be maintenance part of purpose. Okay. So generally, when we are procuring the materials, suppose let's say I'm planning to buy some product. Okay. So there must be sometimes what will be happen. There must be it is a customer order. Sometimes it may be customer orders, or it may be customer. It's like a production order, or it may be it's maintenance orders. Okay. So how when you are buying the stock from the vendor, how system will understood that whether this is the particularly you are buying for this customer order, or particularly this is reserved for the production order, or particularly it is for maintenance order. Okay, so if suppose let's say example, okay, I have started one project. Okay, so I have two projects. I have when I'm recruiting the resource, how the person he knows that, okay, the HR recruitment team, how he knows that it is especially we recruited for this project.
yeah.
There might be a reference, right? There might be a
Yeah.
reference they are entering this. So this is the project reference. We are recruiting the resource. Okay.
Okay.
So at their onboarding, they are clearly will be mentioning that this is the project related recruitment. It's not for the bench recruitment. Generally,
Okay.
how it will be happen in the recruitment phases, there will be two ways. One is like directly for the central bench, and they will be assigning to the project, or some cases project related recruitments, right?
Okay.
So the same way here also, when we get the stock, when we ordering to the vendor, okay, it might be the general purpose. We just inventory purpose we are buying, and sometimes there is a purpose you are buying the stock, uh, especially reserved to the particular order, or particularly reservation purpose, right? So in this case, what will be happen when you are creating the purchase orders, when you are creating the requesting the order, I'm just clearly mentioning to the order, okay, this is the stock, it is for this purpose, this is the like say this customer order purpose I'm just buying, or
Okay.
it's for the same, this production order is still pending, so for this purpose I need some raw material, so for this purpose I'm just buying. So there should be some reference. Okay, so what will be happen when we get the inventory stock, okay, instead of it is going to the our store location, okay, it
Mm.
is going to the particular production department, or particularly a sales order, or it will be go to the particular maintenance order. Okay, especially it's like a kind of the reservation. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
So I cannot use this stock for the any other purpose. So it is locked. Okay.
Mm.
So the stock will not be used for any other purpose, because if I suppose, let's say if I don't have this reference, what will be happen? Okay, I received 100 pieces from the vendor, so I just kept into my location 100 pieces. Then suddenly somebody they come and they asking that this 100 pieces I need, because they
Right.
already so many, it is already waiting in the list, because priority and other things which we also need to be looking into, right. So in that case, what will be happen, it might be mismatch. So when you ordering to the vendor, okay, you can justify that, okay, this is the already order for the this request. Okay, so in
Exactly.
that case, what will be happen, the stock will be locked for the this request. Okay,
Okay.
so that we are called project order stock procurement, sales order request procurement, okay, and project
Interesting.
related, all these things we can say. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now, there will be like integrations. Okay, there will be have the integrations here. Okay, like I said, MM, okay, material management. Okay, with MM, what are the integration areas are there? What are the integration areas are there with MM? If suppose I said, as we discussed already, SD it is there, sales and distribution. So in what cases sales and distribution will come? Generally, in what cases with MM integration, sales and distribution will be there.
Yeah, mostly with placing the purchase order or receiving
Yeah.
the invoice.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of that when you are integrated with sales team, ST team,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it might be because of the customer's purpose, or it might be because of the outbound creations, outbound delivery creations, shipment. Okay, so these cases we are integrating with the ST team. So
Yeah.
in the SAP, when we just talking about the SD and MM integration, there is a third party, okay, and the STO process. Okay,
Yeah.
these two are the integration areas. Okay, I'm just giving the uh, process like where it is integrating. Okay, where
Yeah.
it is integrating here, ST and MM integration. So this is already we discussed, so I'm just skipping here because we already discussed this third party and STO process.
ST process. Yeah.
Okay. Now integrating with PP when it is required. PP is nothing but like production planning. This is one area. Okay. So when we are integrating with the or PP integrating with me, or I am integrating with the production planning when it
Okay.
is happening. Okay. So suppose let's assume that production planning team they got the production order. Okay,
Okay.
so they got some planning to produce the FG product. Okay, so let's say FG required, which is like 10 pieces. Okay, 10 pieces of FG, which is required. Okay, now to prepare this FG product, as I said, okay, they will be creating the bill of material. In this bill
Yeah.
of material, okay, they have the component list. Okay, let's assume that to prepare this FG 10 pieces, I need A, B, C, D, E products, components products.
Okay.
Okay, so how you will get these component products?
How we get the component products?
How
We
you get?
place the we
How you
place the
get?
purchase order, right, from to the vendor.
Yeah, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So when they are looking into components, either what they will do, they will check that inventory.
Yeah.
So they will be reaching to the store. Okay, inventory. If the inventory stores also they don't have the stock, then obviously they will reach to the procurement team.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So the procurement team they will buy these components: A product, B product, C product, D product, C product, right?
Okay.
So for procuring the components, which is MPP and MM integrated. Okay, so because what exactly it is required for this product, FG product, that production team aware about that. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
once the components listed from the production team, then we will be planning to procurement. Okay,
Right. Mm.
so this is the PP and MM integration. Okay, when I can say goods issue components to production order.
Okay.
Once I get the components, I'm just issuing the components from my store location to production department. Okay.
Okay.
So this is one, and the second one again once FG prepared. Okay, once FG prepared. Sorry. So then where they will be keeping the stock?
At the
Once that
storage area. Yeah.
yeah. So obviously they are putting into the location some raw
Mm.
material. So I said here in the top, right? So store location and the FG locations, that's right. So once the
Mm.
FG is completed, then they will keep in the this location. Right? Okay. So as a material management people, we also considering that inventory management. Okay. So the storing of the stock is our responsibility. They're integrating that. Okay. Once FG prepared, goods received from production department.
Okay.
So what you are receiving here? What you are receiving? Goods receipt. What you are receiving here?
Goods receipt from the production department. Yeah.
What you are receiving from production department?
We receive the goods receipt, right?
Yeah. What product it is? FG
FG product.
because FG is completed, right?
Completed.
So we
Yeah.
are receiving this FG product from production department because
Yeah.
the production is completed, right?
Mm.
Okay. So that is the one process in the integration area. So when we talking about the PP and MM integration, okay, the first is goods issue components. So when I'm just talking about the components, it's raw materials, packing materials, semi-finished goods. Okay.
Okay.
And when we're talking about FG, this is the final product.
Okay.
It is produced. Okay.
Yeah. Unfinished good. Mm.
Yeah, finished goods. Okay.
Mm.
FG product is nothing but a finished goods.
Mm. Okay.
The producing the main product. By using this component, he produces the final product.
Okay.
Clear?
So uh this is the way by which, like, there's an integration between production
Yeah,
planning and
there is an
material
integration
management.
between the PP because obviously when PP team is integrating with me, okay, they need components. Okay,
Yeah.
when
Mm.
I need FG product, okay, for stock purpose, I'm integrating with the PP team.
Yeah.
Right, because the FG which is required from my side, right? Inventory, I don't have stock. Suppose let's say I have some stock levels. Okay, so let's assume that I have some rice packets. Okay,
Mm.
so let's see if I see that I don't have rice packets now. So immediately I'm just approaching to the production team. Boss, I don't have the this rice bags. So rice I
Mm.
don't have. So can you get it the rice? Can you produce the rice? Okay.
Okay.
So how do so then they will be like getting to the what it is required, the components, and they will be making that, and they will be sending the schools. Okay. So both it is mutually integrating. Clear?
Okay.
Any questions here?
No. Should be
Okay.
good.
Okay. Now let's see PS. If you suppose PS it is there. PS and MM integration. Here I'm talking about
PS.
PS.
PS as
PS
in
is nothing but like a project system.
project system. Okay.
Okay. So project system is nothing but like a mostly it is like a budgeting concept. Okay. So how it is like if suppose I'm just starting some project. Okay.
Mm.
Like maybe 5 floors building.
Mm.
I'm just looking like a 5 floors building is a my construction building. Okay, I'm planning to constructing that building. So that I'm considering as a one project.
Okay.
Okay. So now to construct that building, so there will be some budget, right? So suppose I'm just expecting that it's within the 5 crores, it should be complete. The
Mm.
constructing of the five floors building. Okay.
Okay.
So my target is five crores here, right? So
Okay.
the budget cost is 5 crores.
Mm.
Okay. So now when I'm just thinking about that, the activities, because in the construction there are so many activities are there, right?
Mm.
So if I'm not dividing this, if I'm not dividing these activities, then it's very difficult to control the budget, because sometimes what will be happen instead of pillars, I'm putting 1 crore. Might be if I'm spending 2 crores for the pillars, then I don't have amount for the remaining construction, right?
Mm.
So what we'll do, I will be dividing the activities first.
Okay.
Okay. So like maybe I can say first ground floor design, ground floor building, ground floor construction. Okay. So again in the ground floor instructions, what we have like pillars. Okay. And like removing the sand. Okay. And build 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 a floor. Okay. So all these activities will become right. So
Okay.
when I'm just going with the ground floor construction, okay, the cost will be, let's assume that I'm just putting like 1 crore is my target budget. Okay. So dividing these activities, okay, we calling like WBS. We are putting like WBS. Okay. Work breakdown system.
Okay.
Work breakdown system. Okay. So when project system team it is there, project system team is there, what they will do when they get the project, they will be dividing to like the work breakdown system. That means they are dividing their activities into different WBS. Okay. So how you are submitting your time sheets, if you remember that, is there any synergy or something which software you are using?
Yeah, we do use actually a similar
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
did
So
you
each
did
day,
you
yeah, each day, how many hours we worked? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So did you ever this work breakdown system in the any of the your projects or somewhere?
Mm,
Did
I
you
haven't
submit?
heard of it. No.
No. Okay. So somewhere how it will be like if I have the 10 projects are there. So I have the resources like 20 resources are there. Okay. When I'm just allotting this resource, okay, for this resource, how much we are paying, okay, and what is the my margin, how much we are getting profit, okay, and what is the target actually budget for this project. Okay, if suppose it is a 50 lakhs project, if I'm assigning 20 resources which cost around 2 crores, then it's lost, right?
Mm.
Okay. So obviously, if it is 50 lakhs project, then there should be some limited budget allocation, and because we are also looking into the margin, So there should be some limited allocation. And again, for the limited allocation, I have to be check that how much you spend amount on the project, right? So like here also construction, when you are doing the ground floor construction, okay, you also need to be check that your what vehicles you are using, what resources you are using, what services you are using. Okay, if you are using for the cranes or something, how much you are spending that amount. Okay, if you are taking the external services, or maybe it is like cement or some cement bags or something, like how much you are taking that. Okay, all these things you need to be counted at it. Okay, so that we will be calling as a WBS, work breakdown system. So whenever we are buying the product, okay, suppose I'm just buying bricks. Okay, for a ground floor I need 1,000 bricks, let's say. Okay, this 1,000 bricks I'm just calculating into this WBS. Okay, so when it is 1,000 bricks, when you are purchasing, let's say when 1,000 bricks which is purchasing, I'm just mentioning that this is the we are buying for this WBS element, and the cost will be 10 lakhs rupees. Okay. So these are the bricks which is heavy bricks I'm talking about. It's not small bricks. Okay. So in this case, in this 10 lakhs rupees, when I spend on this 1,000 bricks, okay, out of 1 crore, already 10 lakhs, which is already consumed. So the remaining, it is 90 lakhs. Okay. So like 90, 80, 70, 60, 40, 50, like it is when it's gone. Okay. When it is coming to zero, then when you're planning to buy again the stock for the ground floor, the system will not allow, because it is already, the budget is overcrossed. Okay. So then what we need to do, again, we need to send to the project system team. Okay, this is the cost and this is the we are spending on this one. So currently the budget is not allocated, it's already exceeded. So they need to be extend that allocation. So then again, they will go in the top management and they will take approvals to extend this 1 crore to 2 crores like so. Okay. So what here MMPS integration is, whenever we are procuring the material, okay, we taking the reference of the WBS element, and we just calculating that, okay, what the value of the amount which we are spending for this WBS. Okay. Clear? Right. So like so this is the one integration. Okay. So where it is integrated, it is project system. When we are buying some services or buying some bricks or something, there it will be like. Okay. So this is the one example for the project systems. Okay. So this is the MM and PS integration. Okay. So like maintenance order. So maintenance, if you suppose plant maintenance, it is there. Okay. PM is the plant maintenance. So this is completed. PS is completed. Okay. So any questions on PS? No, should be good. Right. And now plant maintenance, it is there. So there will be a plant maintenance team. Okay. They are doing regular activities like, okay, they're maintaining that their what is the machinery or something which is like, right? So they are every day they are just maintaining that. So what do you mean maintaining? Let's say if I have some machinery, so every day I'm just need to be clean, and weekly once I need to be like what we can do, grease or something which is like, okay, like what we need to do, assembling and reassembling, like that kind of that. Okay, and checking that, okay, the levels of the oil. Okay, so everything we just need to be, it is all come under the maintenance, right? Okay. So when we are doing these activities, okay, suppose the plant maintenance team, they are doing these activities, so they need some articles, some products. Suppose if they are looking into the oil, okay, so they are something maintaining that oil for this production. Okay, sorry, not for production, for machinery, for maintenance. For maintenance. Okay, when it is required, so they will approach to me. Okay, boss, I need this oil. Can you get this oil? Okay, so when I'm getting this oil, I'm just okay blocking this product for this maintenance order. Or sometimes maybe we need some service to maintenance. Okay, it is not internal service, it may be external service. Okay, so what will be happen? External service is nothing but like a, okay, how if suppose your car is there, car service, suppose let's say, so you need some maintenance on car. So what you will do? You will be reaching to your service, car services, and you are providing to them, right?
Mm,
So when it is like machineries, like those kind of the machineries, when there is a service which is required, we are also providing these services, all right, to the plant maintenance team. Okay, okay, he will come to today and he will be doing this service. Okay, so like suppose computer it is there. Okay, so laptops, okay, computers, they need something software upload or something like software installation or OS upgrade, okay, or it
mm,
may be
mm,
patches upgrades or something, whatever it may be, right? So
mm.
all it will be come under the services, right? So when for the plants for machinery, when it is required some service kind of thing, okay, they will approach to me and will be checking the external vendors who can give the services, okay, and we'll be providing that services,
Okay.
okay. So when talking about MM, it's not only the stock related, we are also talking about the services also, okay, intangible, tangible, both.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. So
So these are
basically, we tend to integrate with all the other modules,
yeah,
right?
obviously, right? Everyone,
Okay.
everyone. So and if it is if we have the company, everyone
Mm.
they mutually discuss integrating with the other areas. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So even plant maintenance team also they have to be integrated sometimes to customers, sometimes to sales department, sometimes to production department, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there are everywhere it is integrated for all the areas. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So some more, some process, some other process are there. We'll discuss tomorrow. It's all, I think it's too late for you. 10:05. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That should be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
All right. So
Okay
we
then.
we also have this recorded version, right? Maybe I
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah. We have this one.